is Milena Ivkovic. I teach grade 11 genocide, grade 12 philosophy, grade 12 politics. I'm at Newtonbrook Secondary School, Toronto District School Board. This project is entitled Canadian Upstanders in Armenia, the Georgetown Boys. And it was created for the grade 11 genocide and crimes against humanity course, where the focus is on Armenia and what happened with a lobby group that lobbied the Canadian government to bring a group of orphan boys from Armenia to Canada, the organization being the Armenian Relief Association of Canada, and the group of boys that later became known as the Georgetown Boys. The students, as they examine the journey of these boys, look through primary sources and develop a deeper, richer understanding of their experiences, some of their challenges, triumphs, fears, just sort of general experiences in settling in Canada and trying to maintain their identity as Armenians, yet develop an identity as Canadians. I find that many students see themselves, identify themselves with their country of origin, first and foremost. And there's a definite disconnect between students' lives and the country in which they're very fortunate to live. I think they're very fortunate to live, which is Canada. And there's an even greater disconnect between their own lives and Canadian history. To them, it's just history, it's just facts, it's just people, it's just information. So the key to me is for them to see that there's a shared history between their own countries, their own cultures, their own lives, and the lives of some of the great Canadians that we examine. Some of the difficulties in Canadian history, certainly it's not a perfect history. You know, there are dark spots perhaps in our history, and for them to see that and to see that, you know, there are still people that can stand up to those sorts of things and to say, you know, I can make a difference, or this isn't right. You know, there is sort of that sense of a bond, a connection that students feel with their own lives, the country from which they came and the country that they currently reside in. Two reasons why social justice is important to me. First off, it's just something I've always been interested in, right from university. I have a background in history and politics, and in terms of politics, much of what I did was international development. And so there was sort of an acute awareness that I developed in terms of you know, inequities in society, locally, globally, and the ways in which that, you know, we can make a difference in the lives of others, you know, assist the less fortunate, that sort of thing. Through that, I've done staff sponsorship of a variety of organizations and initiatives within the school. So for example, the Daily Bread Food Bank, the 30-Hour Famine, Amnesty International. These are things that I've worked with students in the school to try and raise awareness and help others. In terms of the link to Canadian history, this is where we look at Canadian upstanders as role models for students to inspire them to raise awareness about various issues around the world, whether historically or today. Certainly we look at both in the genocide course. And it's about learning what you can do to make a difference in the lives of others. And I'm hopeful that what students learn from the heroes that we examine, the challenges that they went through, that they can sort of look at their own lives and their own situations and say, you know, I can do that too, and I can make a difference.